What is going on, guys? It's Zach here from Haggis BN, and well, I'm out here starting to get a little chilly, but I'm out here because I want to start and get this started and whatnot. I still don't know about the chicken coop. I'm trying to weigh my options, see if I can find something that I like that will do for this, or if I want to just move one of them from down there up here. I don't know what I want to do yet. But the other day I went to Surplus City because I knew they've been advertising about chicken fencing and stuff like that, and so I was like, let's go and see what they have. Well, I talked about getting hardware cloth for the bottom of this, and then I'm going to use zip ties, go through the little holes and zip tie it up. Well, I got some hardware cloth here. It's you see, 1/4 inch by 36 by 50 feet, which should, I'm hoping, cover this. If not, then I guess I'll have to go back and get some more. But I'm hoping this all fits. I started already cutting into it. I got a bunch, all the plastic and stuff in my pocket here. So, and I just took the fencing that I had originally around there, and I just put it in the middle, and when I get to it, I'll just move it out. And then I have green netting on the top, which, well, I'll loop over the top. But anyways, I'm going to cut into this and then go from there. So let me open this up and then we'll go. All right, I got it sort of rolled out. I have it propped up at the door, but as I said, 3 feet, and then I'll put the chicken fencing over top. I'll lap it over and loop it in and attach it, and then I'll drape this fencing or this netting over on top of that, and then so you have plenty of protection. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Gone it. It fell. I'm not going to do it 3 feet or dig into the ground with it and nothing like that. I'm just going to put it up against and go from there. And I got to figure out the rest. Seems like there. It was bowing out a little bit there in the center. But yeah, so let's get this up once again, hopefully, and go from there. I don't have my stand with me, so my tripod, so I will come back to you after I get the side all zip tied up. It's not done yet. I still got to put some zip ties on the bottom here all the way down, but it is as best as I can without like metal supports, because I tried to pull as best I could to get it tight, but this is what it looks like. And yes, I can paint it black, and so it'd be a lot easier to see through, I know, but this is what this little 1/4 inch that does fit zip ties through hardware cloth looks like around the bottom. And then I said I'll bring the chicken wire fencing probably down, I don't know, about 6 inches or so, and then bring it up over, and then I'll bring the green netting and then bring it over top of that to get multiple coverage. And then I will cover this back side up with the tarp, and then they'll have this side, and this side, or this will get moved over where that rooster is now. So we'll keep knocking this out, and then we'll come back to it once it's fully Well, at least the hardware cloth is done. Well, last time I videoed was the 30th. Today is the 7th. And yeah, my life has been hectic and I haven't had time to really video. Between boat jobs, my kids, and everything else, just haven't had time. But I have kinda, not really too much, had time to work on this, and I'll show you here in a second. I'm trying. You can see this is the back side. The door is on the other side there. This is the side I'll be putting the coop at, but it's not closed off because this side right here is part of the roll. I haven't cut off yet, but this side right here is where I'll put the chicken coop. But I'll show you what I have got done so far, and go from there. So you can see, well, the zip ties and everything, but I started to put the chicken wire around the top here, and it's not perfect. I mean, I really don't have nothing to get it in here until I put the green fencing over, or whatever you want to call it. But I have got it all, except for like in here, tightened together. Right there is that roll. I gotta do something here, but I brought it around here. I got a zip tie still in here, make that tight. But I have got it around majority of the way. I gotta still figure out what I'm doing for this gapped area. But I also have this roll here that I'm gonna go from here and come around as far as I can. And I'm hoping it stretches, and maybe I can cut some off and finish off in that area or something. I don't know yet. And then I can start on the green netting. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. Probably not tomorrow because I work, but maybe Sunday if I get a chance. But so that's what has gotten done. Literally the only thing that's really gotten done in the last week. Been working way too much lately, and I just haven't had a chance to really do anything or get anything done, because between me working boat jobs and then coming home and pretty much having to take care of the kids, I just haven't had time to do it. And that's why videos aren't getting out, because I just haven't had time. Plus my brother is going back up to Alaska for the summer, so there's that. So I've was trying to help him finish up a few things that he might need help with. So yeah, just trying to get life together and figure stuff out and do as little or much as I can in the little time I have right at the moment. And it is what it is. I mean, I'm not no sob story. My life is just hectic at the moment. So I'm going to try to get these kids to bed, because it's getting their bedtime, and maybe I will come out and work for a couple minutes and try to get the rest of this chicken wire wrapped up around the top here, and maybe try to zip tie it to the fencing below. It's a lot trying to do it yourself, because you have to trying to do the inside and out, and I don't see if I can do it, but trying to get your zip tie through the chicken wire in through these little holes, and then wrap it up around to get the hole tight, Sorry about that. It's kind of hard. But I have that 6 holes down, so it overlaps a little bit. So yeah, so that's pretty much the gist. I was trying to give it a small update, but we'll maybe come out here in a couple minutes and maybe mess around until it's completely dark out. So I just had to come out and leave the animals, or put the animals away since they were out here grazing. And yeah, so that's the update. And hopefully I can get this video out sooner than later, because it's been a minute. So sorry for the wait, but we'll try to get this out here and sooner than later. All right, y'all, I know, well, it is dark out now, but I decided to come out, as I said, for a little bit, and I decided to run that piece that was on the ground there. I need to come around and zip tie some more, like add more in here, but maybe I can just do that when I throw in over the green chicken netting. And I'm going to add a few more down lower to get it more secured. But here it is. I do got a cut right here at the door, so this part right here will be done. It was long enough that I can, and right there's that hole, so I can also add maybe a little bit of piece in there if I really wanted to, depending on how. I'll probably have to anyways, unless I run, instead of going this way, going long ways with the chicken fence or wire, the green stuff, which I do have that long roll it came with, so that's a possibility of that. Then all you gotta do is just put a tarp up for up top, and that's about it. And back here where I plan on putting the chicken coop at. Words are being hard right now. I'm kind of tired, but yeah, it is at least up at the moment. Might fix this part because or try to tie it better. I don't know. That I'm gonna just nip it down a little bit and then fold it in over itself. But as I said, need some more zip ties, which I got more zip ties to zip tie up the rest of it. But I think that'll be a pretty decent chicken run, in a good way that if y'all watch this and want to do something like it, this would be a good idea. I'll have a little extra, but 100 foot roll of the this stuff. Can't think of what it's called right now. And then run your chicken wire up top of that, and then the green chicken wire that it comes with. I know you probably can't see it, but the green chicken wire over for your roof. But as I said, I'm doing this by myself like normal, so one thing at a time and go from there. But that is a night of this stuff. We'll try to get this finished up this weekend if I get some time. Another beautiful night. Sorry about the cars. Another beautiful night here. Let the goats out. Of course, they're over there eating. Well, Cookie and 4 of the babies are. You got Daisy's son. You got Minnie over there. You got Cookie. You got Socks. You got one of Cookie's babies right there. Or Oreo's baby, sorry. Oreo's son, the fainter. I think the other one, yep, the other one is over there of Oreos. Then you got, of course, Socks and or Cookie and her baby, and you got Socks' babies over there, and I gotta get this one away from the road. Because she likes eating close to the road, unfortunately. But I think it's time that I start putting these up. Some of them are, especially Cookie's baby, which I'm still up in the air of selling her or not. But especially him and the other $2 are definitely getting sold, and probably at least 2 of those. I haven't made up my mind yet on which ones I'm going to sell, or if I'm going to sell them all or not. Daisy, you need to get away from the road. Come on, get away from the road. You have plenty of other grass you can eat. Why don't you go over there with your friends? It's just getting them put up and seeing if anybody will want to take them. I'm sure if I get a hold of the guy that bought Scoot and I think he bought 2 other ones. Scoot, Darla, and who was the other one? Scoot, Darla, and another good. I forget who it was. But I think they probably would take them if I really would put them up. But probably would try to go cheap on me more than I want to go down. But I'm going to put them up and see where we go and see if anybody would want to take them. And there's a good possible surprise coming up soon. And I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. And I got these little gnats flying all over me. But yeah, I'm excited to see if we can get it this weekend. If not, maybe no, next week I'm busy. Well, other than Sunday, which I'm not sure if I'll have to work the part-time job yet or not. But Friday and Saturday, I am going to be working my other part-time job up at Carlisle. So I'll be doing that. So, and also I went and collected eggs, and we now have another white leghorn chick that has hatched today, which tomorrow I'm going to have to go and get a couple new chicks. And then, sorry about that. And I'm going to make the brooder up downstairs, and so I can put that chick, because I don't have any luck with my hens with the hens and them growing them and whatnot. They pretty much end up dying, just like the last one. So what I want to do is I want to go tomorrow, either go to Tractor Supply or Rural King and go find some chicks that we might want or we'll get. And even though I don't need more chicks, but I might, if they have Selkies, I'm getting Selkies. And we'll raise those chicks with that one down there. I forgot to take a video of it. I was going to take it inside, and I was like, I don't want it to be alone, so I'll leave it in with the mother for the night, and then tomorrow we'll go to Tractor Supply or Rural King. Get away from the road. Go. And we'll get some chicks, and maybe I'll bring you along with that. And then we'll just end the video with that, and then go into the new video and see where we go. I might also bring you along, to Carlisle, and I might show you some stuff that might come in. It's an import show, so I don't know if you guys will be interested in a bunch of rice burners and other stuff like that, but I might do something different than what this is, because honestly I like cars. I'm a truck and car guy. It's just a hobby, especially if it, I mean, I've had multiple cars over my life, more trucks than cars, but yeah, and I've been thinking about getting a new truck, but well, new to me truck. I can't afford a brand new truck, but anyways, yeah. So, and I don't know if I ever brought this up, and it was a long time ago, but I'm not going to bring that up. But either way, I talked to, well, anyway, I'm just going to say, because I already brought it up. Anyway, so I worked a part-time today, and actually the neighbor that actually threatened to sue me because of goats being over here at the other property beside mine, said about trying to sue me because of me having my goats in the fence area, which I was allowed. I have 100% proof, and of them allowing me to have goats back there. But so he threatened to sue me because of my goats being back there, and then because the fence alleged is on the property line or over the property line, which I'm like, that's not my property. Yes, I take care of the property, but it's not my property. It's mine to take care of, because it's just what I do. And Daisy, go. You're too close to the road, and I don't want you there. But so I seen her at my part-time, and she, like, I was bringing out a U-boat because I'm a stalker at Food Lion. And I was working in the frozen department today. I do grocery, the grocery and frozen side. But so I was doing that, and she like stopped, and she was like, she stared, and then she like would walk back, and then she backed up, and then she was like, "Are you my neighbor?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And she's like, "I thought so." And I was like, she said, "I wanted to thank you for coming down and trying and everything, because there was an accident about her son a month or two, it was, I don't know, 2 plus or so months ago. Let's say 2 months. And I was the first one down to him. And she said, "I wanted to thank you." And I was like, "We did what we could," and whatnot. I was like, "I wish I heard it sooner," but unfortunately, I mean, it takes time for them to dispatch and everything like that. So by the time I got down there, unfortunately, I couldn't do anything. But she thanked me, and she was very calm about it. It was very nice. I think that put a reality check in her, because I never done anything to anybody around here. I mean, for the most part, I mean, I know my chickens go over to other neighbors, and they're not happy about that. But I told them I'm trying to get them that taken care of. I mean, I'm only one person. I have multiple jobs, and I can only do so much at one time. So, but other than that, I mean, it is what it is, and they understood. So I'm trying to get that done, which, I mean, I've seen in this video, I've been working on it. I only can do so much at one time, because it's myself, and I got jobs and kids and all that other fun stuff to take care of. But so I'm planning on getting all the ones that get out and put them in there and go from there. But so other than that, I mean, you got some goats right there, and you got goats back in the fencing area, eating, which that's what I want them to do. Because if I would actually take over this property, I would have to get the fence redone, and I would be like, all right, let's get this thing settled. And I would I would have to, like, there would have to be a path back to them to getting that fence back to that part of the fence. So I mean, having the goats there eating that stuff and eating all that would help me out, so I wouldn't have to go in there and use a chainsaw and whatever, or bring somebody in to clear that all out. So I mean, it would be nice to have that back there. But anyways, yeah, this fence needs redone from pretty much the house all the way over to the back, pretty much backside. And then I'd bring it, I'd get it, make sure I got it figured out. I'd bring it up, so so that whole backside would have to be replaced and be brought up, and then it'd be all cordial. But I mean, as I said, I don't own this property. I just take care of it because, I mean, that's what a neighbor should do. If they know a neighbor isn't here and whatnot, be that person and just help another person out, because that's what you should do. So, but anyways, I need to stop rambling. I need to get in here. It's bath night, so I don't know if they got bath night or not, or yet not, but I need to go help with that. And then I gotta get these kids to bed. So, and then I'll come back out and finish off the chores and get these animals back in. So that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I'll bring you along tomorrow, and we'll get some chicks, get the brooder set up, get that chick down in the run, bring it up, and we'll end the video. So I'll see you tomorrow so we can end this video. Well, y'all, of course I am home. I forgot to pull out my phone and show y'all when we went to Rural King, because we went and did a couple things after church. We went out to eat for Mother's Day, and then on the way back we stopped at Rural King, and I don't know if you can hear that, we got some chicks. So I'll turn around and see if I can remember what we got out of here. So we got 2 sapphire gems, 2 trying to think what they were. They're not white leghorns, but they were kind of like them. We got 2 red, what are they called? I'm blanking. And, well, we got 2 bantams, 2 of these, I forget what they're called. I have to go back. If I think about it, I'll put it on the screen. 2, sapphire gems, 2 bantams, which those are not saxed, and 2 reds. So you got a total of 8 total, plus we got the one down in the run that I'm going to bring up and put in with them. Where that one should be a leghorn, and these are kind of like a leghorn. But I need to get. I started cleaning out the brooder here. It's been sitting without anything in it, and dirty. So I'm cleaning this up, and I cleaned up because, well, I haven't been down here in a while, but all this has been sitting, and all my projects that I've been trying to make in the past. And then I wanted to do a small video on getting this rotiller fixed for my dad, and yeah, it's been down here and still has yet to be fixed because of time. So I mean, I could do this at night, but it's kind of hard with everything going on and me barely getting any sleep. But right now it's all about the chicks and getting this done. I am going to put shredded paper for my bedding, and then I gotta get water, and I got food, which is non-medicated. I do non-medicated. You can get medicated or non-medicated, and Nature's Best is what I got, which I'll use for the food. But I know these guys are ready to get out, so I'll stop blabbing, and I'll come back once I get starting to put them in there. So let me get this cleaned out and get bedding down here, and we'll get to it. All right, so now I got the water to feed, and I'm keeping it open so they can get to it for now, and then after a couple of days or whatever, so they don't kick it out, I will then close it, and then so they will just have to get their heads through. I have a amber light right now, and I also do have a red heat lamp bulb, and which there is one over in the small brooder I used to have, which I'll probably actually use that for maybe a raised garden bed or something this year. But now it's time to get these furry fellows, and I'll just set the box in here. They're not furry, they're feathered. Feathered fellas. Fellets. Hopefully all fellets. Out of the box and dip their beak so they know where their water is. I think this is an amberlink. I think that's what it was, but we'll get in there and dip their beak. First Bantam chick. Dip their beak. Oh no, that's a Rhode Island Red. This is a Bantam, sorry. Dip their beak. Where you at? Second, I believe it's amberlink. Dip the beak. And I hope this is not spilling. First Sapphire Gem. Dip. Other Rhode Island Red. Second Sapphire. Look at this fluffiness. I didn't check to see if they have any poopy butts on them. I hope they don't. Because getting rolled from Roll King is actually pretty notorious from that. That one has a little bit, but it ain't hateful. See right there. There it has some. So I'll clean this one off real quick, and then we'll just see them all in there. So give me a second. All right, now I do have to get one more. So we did get 8, and I did want an odd number. I was only going to get 7, but I don't like getting even or odd number of chicks, even though I'll have an odd number here, unfortunately. So I got 8. I got 2 of each. So they each have a little buddy that they grew up with. I gotta take this out to get to my burn pit. I'm gonna burn that stuff, or maybe even compost, depending on what it is. I might just try to get out all the wood parts and then take the rest to the compost. But now I think I'm gonna move this just a little bit closer so they're all near the light. I want to get these Bantams closer because they're small little fellas. There we go. Now I'll add their one buddy in. We'll go down there and get the buddy. I'm gonna take the bucket out of trash because it's been my trash bucket for a while, and go from there. I just about forgot, but down here in this coop, I think it's underneath her. All right, I think she's gonna be feisty. So I'm sorry if you can't see this, but here she is. There it is. And there's my buddy. So, yep, look, she's being feisty. All right, let's take her up and put her in the brooder. And as I said, why I'm not letting this chick in with his mom is because I do not have good readings or whatever with baby chicks and being with their mom. So I'll just put it in here and I'll put it over with the other babies and you can get acquainted. See, that one and that one look alike. And it's a white leghorn, and those are like white leghorns in a way. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, that's brand new. They're probably, I don't know, maybe a week old. So definitely a huge size difference. But we'll keep checking up on these babies and go from there. But now it's time to collect eggs. But I'm going to end the video here. Guys, if you haven't, please go like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell if you want to. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.